Alright, we're going to look at this song now. So the song we're going to look at is Leave Me Astounded. I'm only going to do up to the key change because basically we're doing a video just to use the chords that we've just learnt. So throwing those together, once we go through the key change, everything goes up a tone. So you're going to end up with a B minor in there, which isn't a chord we've learnt yet, because we'll be learning that as a bar chord, which we will start on bar chords in the next video. But for now, to start with, I'll just go through the different parts, what the chords are, the progressions and that sort of thing, and then we'll have a play through with the song through those parts. Cool. So we're in the key of C. So I'll just free my guitar up there. So we learnt C this way in the last video. Okay, so a straight C chord normally is just like this. Okay, but the one I showed you in the last video was like this. That's actually C in its second inversion. That's a technical term. We'll look at that in chord structures later on. But it's still a C chord. I've just now got my fifth playing as the low note. That's why it's called the second inversion. Okay, so part of the reason I'm doing that is because we're working towards bar chords, and when we get onto that, you'll see why I've done this way. So we've got C and F. So this is starting with the intro. C, F, A minor, and G. Cool, so those are the chords that we're going to be using today. So that's the order for the intro. The verse is just C and F. And then chorus, we're going to go C, G, A minor, F, back to G. Cool. And then bridge is the same as intro. So pre-chorus is just A minor, G. Cool. So the intro is going to be easy because it's just one strum on each thing, which you'll see as we do it. What we're going to do is we're just going to play through with the song. So we're going to play through the verse. I know in the real song the guitar doesn't actually play in the verse, but we're just going to do it just as an exercise to get these chord changes and use these chords a little bit. Cool. So I will find the song and we'll just have a quick play through. So we're going to be coming in here on our C. 2, 3, 4. To the F. Next is A minor. Then our G. And on our C for verse. So this is largely piano driven here. F. And C. All that I hold dear, my many ground. I have tasted and seen of your great love. You said A minor. To a G, and then C for chorus. To a G, next is A minor. To the F, and the G. And back to the top, and we're going to fill out this rhythm now. Pre-chorus.
Show me your glory.
And we're going to play pre-chorus a second time here, building.
Show me your glory.
So you can use your palm mute.
Show me your glory.
And chorus. C. So G this time. A minor. F and G. Chorus again. Now bridge, which is the same as the intro. Okay, we're just going to pause here a little bit before we throw into this bridge. We're going to look at, there's another chord here. So I said before it's the same as the intro progression, which it is, but every second time the first C chord you play is played differently. So it becomes a C over E. Okay, so the way you'll see that written is you'll see a C and then like a backslash E. Okay, the best way to think of those when they're written like that is as a fraction. So C over E. Okay, so the C goes on top, the E goes underneath. So the E is the low note. So if I take my C chord, which we're currently playing in its second inversion, with the fifth on top here. Okay, so I want to make the lowest note in that chord an E, which is what my open string is there. So if I play like that, I've now got E, which is my third. Okay, that is now the lowest note. That makes that chord a C over E, which is actually a C in its first inversion. Okay, so when the third is the lowest note, that's the first inversion, fifth is the lowest note, is the second inversion. But that's more technical stuff we'll talk about later. All you need to know for now is that's a C over E. Okay, so when we come to be playing bar chords, then we do that slightly differently. We'll look at that as well later on, but for now, nice and easy as an open chord. So that's every second time in this bridge. Okay, so the other thing you'll notice is that my thumb is up here on top, which is probably frowned upon a little bit. So the reason I have it up there is because that's the way I was taught to mute that top string when I don't want to use it. So I have that thumb there so I can use it to mute off that string. So let's say we're playing C normally and we don't want this E. The proper way to do it is actually just to bring that finger up a little bit. Okay, so the tip of that finger there, the tip of that finger is now muting that string while playing that one. And my thumb should actually be down about halfway on the back of the neck. Okay. So that's proper technique, which you should start learning now. I should start learning now too. I should start changing that. But for me, I don't use open chords a lot of the time, and I always have it down in the right place when I'm doing bar chords. But side note, anyway, let's carry on with the song. Okay, so we'll just head into the bridge from the chorus. So second part of the chorus here. A minor, F, and G, and bridge, C, F, A C over E, F, A minor, C, F, A minor, and G. This time C over E. Down on a C. So this next bit, we're just going to build through the A minor F G with a palm. Okay, at that point we go through the key change. So everything goes up a tone from there, and then you've got bridge and chorus. But yeah, like I say, then we've got to have a B minor in there, which we're going to learn when we do bar chords. So once we've done that, then you can do those other parts of the song. Cool.